Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant playoff basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube. And we're going to talk about the Knicks won 144 to 114 against the Philadelphia 76ers. The sweep on 4-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. New York won the first quarter 43 to 24, and it was basically over. They also won the second quarter 38 to 33, the third quarter 41 to 26, but they did lose the fourth quarter 31 to 22, but it didn't matter as this game was out of control when it came to the start, and it didn't really matter about the finish because it was already over. We were just waiting for the buzzer to go off. Karl Anthony Towns, 20 minutes for him, 17 points. He went 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He did have 10 assists, but he didn't have 10 rebounds, but he still finished with a double-double a different way. Guys kept getting open. The Sixers didn't pay attention to their assignments and who they were supposed to stay attached to. So he was getting guys layups, threes, and everything like that. He also had 2 blocks, 2 offensive rebounds. He did get in foul trouble in this one, but he didn't foul out, and it really wasn't needed for him to be on the court too long anyway, as they blew him out the whole way through after that first quarter. He was a plus 23 and plus minus. Josh Hart got a little banged up, but he still played 29 minutes. And then he had 17 points. He made his threes tonight, went 4 of 6 from 3. Also went 6 of 10 from the field. And went 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Did have 9 rebounds that ended up being the most on the team. He's capable of doing that. He's fast, he's quick. Plus, on top of that, OG wasn't out there to gobble up a couple either. He had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block, 1 offensive rebound, no personal foul, was a plus 30 and plus minus. Mikal had the jump shot going. He was trying to find ways to help out the team offensively when he could. He also had 6 assists, so when he was passing up shots, it made sense. When he was knocking down shots, it still made sense. He did go 2 from 3, finished 6 of 10 from the field like Hart, but he only had 12 points. He had 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. The 3 steals was the most on the team. He had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a plus 31 and plus minus. Jalen Brunson played 28 minutes. He had 22 points. He ended up taking the most shots on the team, which was 17, but he went 8 of 17 from the field and 6 of 10 from 3. They should have guarded him a lot harder and stayed closer to him, but for some reason they could not do that. And it just seemed like the Sixers just gave up. Like, they got it. They just get ready for the next season. But he did have 4 rebounds and 6 assists. He also had no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 31 and plus minus. And Miles McBride, he wants to shoot, especially the 3. For some reason, he got the looks that he wanted over and over again. And he went 7 to 9 from 3, 7 to 10 from the field. He missed his only 2-pointer, but he did go 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds and 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound out of the 4. No personal foul, was a plus 33 and plus minus. And then you look at Jeremy. He played 9 minutes. He had 5 points. He made his only field goal, then went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. You just like the fact that he was trying to score when he was out there. And he played a little defense too. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover in the block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 14 and plus minus. Pacom played 12 minutes. He had 5 points as well, but he went 2 of 4 from the field and made his only 3 to get there. He did also have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 turnover, no personal fouls. It was a minus 9 and plus minus. Muhammad had open looks, but he finished 0 of 3 from the field and 0 of 2 from 3, going scoreless in this one. He had no turnovers. He had a personal foul and was a minus 14 and plus minus. Mitchell Robinson played 16 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So he was able to score. He led the bench in rebounding with 6. Nothing new there. He had no turnovers, 4 offensive rebounds out of the 6, 2 personal fouls. It was a plus 14 and plus minus. Ariel played 16 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 1 of 4 from the field. He missed his only 3. He also went 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, 5 personal fouls, and was a minus 2 and plus minus, which wasn't the greatest game, wasn't the most efficient, but he still did do a good job of rebounding. And then Jordan Clarkson came in and gave you 7 in 8 minutes. He went 2 of 3 from the field. He went 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, no turnovers, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 8 and plus minus. Landry Shamet, 11 minutes. He had 12 points. He went 4 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. And that's what he's out there to do, is space the floor and be ready to score whenever he gets the ball, or keep it moving if he don't have a good shot. But he had no turnovers, two personal fouls, and was a plus 13 and plus minus. Jose Alvarado got on the court and had played 10 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 3 or 6 from the field, made quick decisions. He went 1 or 2 from three. That's what he tries to do, and make the quick ones that spot up, especially if you hit him early. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. No personal fouls, a plus 13 and plus minus for him. And then Tyler Kolek ended up missing a shot. Then he ended up getting a rebound and threw it back up. He went 0-2 from three, 2-5 from the field. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 turnover. He also had 1 personal foul and was a -7 and plus minus. You have to like the fact that he scored and ran that offense as well as he could, even though the game was basically over. And then you look at the Philadelphia 76ers. Paul George, 27 minutes. He ended up having 7 points. They was going to need more than that if they was going to pull off an upset or make a run. He went 3 of 7. He didn't even take that many shots in this one. He went 1 of 4 from three. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. It was a -35 and plus minus. You would think without OG out there, you have a bigger night. Not the case. Joel Embiid was efficient. He took the mid ranges. He took the open looks. He ended up being physical still and got some bumps and some knocks. And he did fall to the ground. But he gave them the most points, which was 24. He went 8 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from three, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. And sometimes he just disappeared, but it happened enough to where the Knicks didn't care. He did have 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers. He had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and finished as a -24 and plus minus. Not a dominant game, not a great defensive game from Joel Embiid, but at least he showed up and played and gave them something, because a lot of times he don't even do that. Kelly Oubre Jr., 26 minutes. He had 10 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive board, no personal fouls. It was a -28 and plus minus. He scored in spurts. He still was able to get some shots to go down. He still was able to play his role. In the offense, you just thought he'd give you at least 16 to 20 in the elimination game. Maxey was held to inefficient scoring. He kept settling, but he did go 1 of 7 from three. He went 6 of 16 from the field. That's not good enough. He had to make more shots. He had to make even more plays. He had to be that engine that we know he can be, but he just couldn't do that in this one. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a -35 and plus minus. BJ Edgecombe, 30 minutes. He kept trying to get to the basket. He kept trying to knock down the jumpers. It wasn't going his way in this one. He went 4 of 14 from the field, 0 of 6 from three. He had 6 rebounds. The best thing he was doing was setting guys up for nice, easy opportunities when he could. And he had 7 assists with no turnovers, so he made the right decision more than not. He had 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a -33 and plus minus. Trendon Watford, 9 minutes. He ended up making his only shot. He also had 1 assist. He also got 2 steals and 2 personal fouls, and was a +14 and plus minus. Jabari Walker played 7 minutes. He missed his only shot. He did get 2 boards and no turnovers. He had 1 personal foul, was a +12 and plus minus. Dalen Terry, 12 minutes for him. He ended up having 9 points. That ended up being a good night for them off the bench, because he also only missed 1 shot from the field, went 3 of 4 and made his only 3. Then he went 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. 3 steals ended up being the most for him. And on the team in this one, he had 2 personal fouls and was a +9 and plus minus. Johnny played 3 minutes, and he still gave you 7 points, because he went 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line. That was his only misses, was the threes. And then he had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +4 and plus minus. Justin Edwards, he could have had more points, but he went 0 of 6 from three. That was his only misses. Then he finished 3 of 9 from the field, because he made his 2-pointers. Then he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a personal foul. It was a +3 and plus minus. Dominic Barlow, 15 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnover, and a personal foul, was a -3. And plus minus. Andre Drummond, 7 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field. He didn't take any threes in this one. Stayed close to the basket, but he didn't play a lot of minutes. He got 4 rebounds still. 2 of them was offensive. He had a turnover, 5 personal fouls. Happened too quick for him. but he was also a minus 14 and plus minus. Bona came in trying to play defense as well, but he gave you more on the offensive end than this one. He played 10 minutes and gave him 7 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. You know he's going to be physical. You know he's going to take his time trying to score in the paint, but he also did have 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive, no turnovers, a block, and a personal foul was a +4 and plus minus. Quentin Grimes played 16 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. We're just happy that he was able to score and it wasn't too bad inefficiency wise. He had no turnovers and a block, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 24 and plus minus. 91 field goals for the Knicks. They shot 54%. The Sixers shot 86 field goals, which was less than the Knicks, but they still made 50% of them. What happened was they couldn't make their threes. They took 35 3-pointers. They only made 23% of them, while the Knicks took more. They took 44 of them, and they shot 57%, which was a big reason why they lost. And then the Knicks ended up shooting 29 free throws. They shot 72%. And then the Sixers shot 28 free throws. They shot 71%. 30 rebounds to the Sixers, 47 for the Knicks. That's a big difference. 33 assists for the Knicks, 24 for the Sixers. Both teams had 9 turnovers, 5 steals for the Sixers, 6 for the Knicks, and then 3 blocks for the Sixers, 4 for the Knicks. 7 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, 15 for the Knicks. They needed more, but they just couldn't stop the Knicks anywhere. They was even just turning all over the ball. They was rushing shots. They was forcing some, and the Knicks just kept getting easier ones in the paint, dump offs, spot up shooting, transition. It was a little bit too easy for the Knicks in this one. But the Sixers did have 23 defensive rebounds while the Knicks had 32. And then 23 personal fouls for the Sixers. They only took one more, like I said. The Knicks did because they took 29 to the 28 of the Sixers. But the Knicks only fouled them 22 times, which is still a lot. But the Sixers can do that. They got some athletes. They got some size. They like to bang and swing things in that paint to get rebounds and to get finishes. But bad defense by the Sixers. They left too many guys open. They gave too many guys too much space. They didn't pay attention to the guys they was defending. They wasn't communicating enough because one guy would step up, one guy would help and leave somebody wide open in the paint. Never give up wide open layups. Never give wide open dunks. You make them earn them from the free throw line or you go for the block. It got to be tough. It got to be difficult. You can't just be letting them do whatever they want, how they want to do it consistently throughout the entire game if you expect to come back or even win it. And then, like I said, I know it's tough to come back from a game where they just raining in threes, even some you prefer them to take. But after a while, you realize you got to do something about that too, unless the game gonna be over quicker. They never really changed it. They never really adjusted. They just kept letting the Knicks execute the way they wanted to, and then everybody felt that they can do what they want to do to their defense, and it just happened throughout the entire game to a point where it got ugly. They was down by 29 at one point, and I'm looking at it like, what can the Sixers do? Just pack up their bags and get ready to go to their hotel and plan their off season because they would got swept. I wouldn't think they would have got swept, especially if Joel Embiid played majority of the series. But it just show you that the Knicks are locked in. They focused. They do need to heal up. They got guys a little banged up. OG needs to get a little bit more healthier. It will be fun, to see them compete at a high level, especially healthy. But we know that the playoffs, everybody's a little toe up, but beat up around this time, and it's just good that they got their series done and over with. Now they can focus on healing up and getting ready for the next one. I'm not really surprised that the Knicks are going to the finals. I said that when the season started, that they have a good chance to do it. Now they're in the conference finals again. It's going to be a tough battle against the Cavaliers. It's going to be a tough battle against the Pistons. But I didn't think any of it was going to be easy. They was here last year. Now their job and their goal is to get further. They fired Tom Thibodeau because it was championship finals or bust. He couldn't get it done, so they let him go. They feel like Mike Brown was a better fit. They feel like he was going to hold these guys accountable. He's going to make these guys defend better. He did change some things up even in the playoffs. He tried some different things even as Towns as a passer. He let Brunson take a little bit of a chill pill and let other guys handle the ball and make other guys play better. And they stepped their game up. They got harder to guard. They was able to counter things better. And you just got to give them credit for being ready to step up in those opportunities when you knew that you can do it. Now you have to go out there and do it at an efficient, high level. And the Knicks did do it in these first two series. And now we got to see if they can stay healthy and get healthier to do it in another one in the Eastern Conference to punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. They're a really good team. They're a really deep team. They have a lot of ball handlers. They have a lot of scorers. They have a lot of shooters, and they have inside presence. So they ain't missing much. They just got to defend at a high level, keep the ball moving, and let Brunson do his thing whenever he wants to, but allow the others to do the same. And that's what they've been doing. That's why they've been winning. And like I said, they got it figured out right now. Don't change too much up until you feel like you see something that you can do that makes sense for the team. And he gets it. Mike Brown has been to the finals. Mike Brown has done special things in his career as a coach, and now he's trying to add another thing to his resume and to his legacy as a coach. And we'll see if he gets it done by getting to the finals and possibly winning it. We don't know what they're going to face. We don't know how it's going to go down. But they did do what they did last year with Tibbs. So at least he didn't take them backwards. At least he didn't mess things up. He got you exactly where you thought you would be, and that's in the conference finals with a chance to advance to the NBA finals. And that's what they brought him here to do. And we'll see how the rest of the story continues to unfold. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thank y'all for holding me down over the years. And thank y'all for continuing to come back to watch more content. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with the next playoff game. And we'll see who wins that one.